recall rate, as we're getting started here, there's about 2.5 hours of time, so let's see what they get. Piece of art to start off in the Link's house, and only a map in Sanctuary. And that timer's already taken down. We have, looks like 3 crystals in the overworld. And one of them is the red crystal over at Eastern Palace, so that's going to be a good thing to find.
Yeah, good start indeed, as Koi and Hitsuya making their way over to the Uncle area.
Meanwhile, Brewers fans going to do the 50-50 pushes to get bombs. 50 rupees on the Uncle, and a piece of heart in the hidden chest. And Brewers is not getting that lucky here, only finding 1 bone. I think this is his 4th pass now. Oh, wow. That's some bad luck there. Anyway, Zelda is on their way to checking out the race game. It is 100 rupees. Not a unique item in this case because due to the addition of the clocks, a lot of the rupee values have been bumped up to accommodate for them replacing some of the lesser values with the clocks.
Yeah, those clocks will be very, very important if they want to survive and don't risk the possibility of being one-hit KO. Death. March for death.
Now, of course, there's still a few things I can do to stay alive. Of course, we talked about fairies. We can also use the Cane of Burnout or the Cape to get there. We have a glove on the library.
Oh dear.
That's not good. We need to find those boots and fast. Oh wow, the pole crabs. They have bombs.
Good. That's great for
up on them. 50 rupees in the back of the bar.
A magic sack.
That was a really fast Aga check. I completely missed what it was. Probably something not important though. We'll get another look here in a little bit, I believe, from our runners on the bottom two.
It is, in fact, it is 10 arrows on the lumberjack ledge, so that is what's going to be going over there anytime soon.
Piece of heart and mushroom spot. Koi smartly going to avoid it. Not wasting any time to go get it. Alright, big spot here. Library. Or not library, the well. And like I said, there's another 100 rupees.
A heart container in the Bumble area.
Heart containers not really that matter that much unless you have a lot of time. There's the shovel though.
Oh!
And the bow.
Oh, that is excellent.
They could try Eastern, but without a lamp, oh, never mind. There's a lamp.
Well, that puts that into logic.
Oh yeah, Eastern's full clearable. It's gonna be a little tricky without a sword, but it is doable, and will probably be on our runners' minds as they go forward here. Next big area being hit by both Koi and Brewers, the Blind's hideout area. And we get some ammunition for that bow. The fire rod.
Excellent pickup.
Some extra bombs. And the wow!
Ooh.
Alright, this seed's giving us some nice toys here. And the moon pearl!
Wow, already
loaded today.
Already, this seed's already kicking into high gear right now.
Not just yet. We still need those boots for one of our gloves. And the boots are required this seed as a result because you can't just have to get the Games Tower without the Titan's mitts. The only question is how deep into the sea are those boots? And also, with the fact that we have an early lamp and also one of our gloves, if our other glove is in Dark World, this is Forced Aga. We need to find our swords.
That is 100% correct.
Heck, even a sword and a cape would be enough. I would actually want the cape if there was no 2 swords. Alright, now we see 2 of our runners heading over to Sahasrara. Zelga does not pick up the powder now. And Koi does have magic, so he can check the magic bat. As someone in chat has pointed out. Alright, old man Sarsaparilla, what do you got for us? Thieves Town is the green pendant. Blue mail, 10 arrows and 5 rupees in the back of the Sahasrara's hut.
Kawaii doing an early magic bat check.
Seems we saw a sword on Hylia Island as well, so that's 1 sword that's locked behind Dark World.
Oh!
Okay! That's a huge advantage for Koi right there.
That's your Dark World access right now, at pretty much the same time Standard would usually go fast, by 6 minutes.
Yeah, now the question is, does Koi go there? He already has, or they rather, have so much more overworld to check in the Light World. They haven't touched Eastern, they haven't touched South Shore. And the scene is already telling them, hey, go to Eastern.
That's what Histion's doing right now, and as well as Brewers.
Yeah, all 3 of our runners who did not get the glove there. First item in Eastern is Quake. Like, really good find. Can help stun or just outright powder effect some enemies. And in certain cases, it can even kill. Bang Gators and Ice Bells especially are weak to that. Of course, if they're not jumping.
And Shikoi making the shovel check.
300 rupees, that's Zora money right there. Comes down for Zelga Dasan. I need to process this information here a little bit here. What an opening this has been. 8 minutes in, we've already got like half of our items. So he's gonna use the gloves and check the back door of the sewers.
Yep, the back of escape.
You know I haven't commentated in a while when I forget location names.
We got 50 rupees, a single rupee, and another heart container. Oh! Ho, ho!
Oh my goodness! That is a huge hint for Hitzi on the guaranteed boost since here in Eastern Palace. Good to check that.
And there's one of our clocks.
Yep, one of our all-important clocks. Just missed what Zelga picked up there, probably the map. No, that was a big
probably
key.
a big key for that there, and he's gonna get that hint, and we'll be picking up the clock. We'll be extending his time a little bit more.
As you can see, another 4 minutes have been added to the clock. Very precious time is being added.
Yeah, those clocks are gonna be very valuable in all sorts of situations.
Alright, draining the dam will reveal a bottle with a bee in it.
Stick Kit's now available. And a blue boomerang inside the dam.
Now, if any one of our 2 runners, or our 3 runners rather, in Eastern Palace goes to check that bottle, they'll get a 100. They'll get the Sick Kid, which doesn't seem like much, but Sick Kid will lead us towards the Magic Bat, and hopefully, if they have magic at that point, which all 3 of our runners who are currently in Eastern will get a full refill at the end of the dungeon. So that bottle will tell them, hey, go to Sick Kid and maybe check Magic Bat, and that'll be the advantage there.
Exactly. Koi entering the mini Moldorm cave. And what do you know? It looks like that was a golden bee that we got.
Yep.
More clocks. Silver
The
arrows!
silvers.
Oh! Koi has a huge advantage when he goes in Eastern Palace.
But do you go to Eastern Palace early? Is the question. Koi might want to put it off until we know for sure what Dark Palace is. But at the same time, that's where the boots is, which basically opens up the sea pretty much entirely.
And right out of the gate, hits Young, setting up for the quick kill as well as Brewers.
Yep, that's got.
Nailed it. Another clock added, and right out of the gates, Hitsuyan has drawn first blood over here in the Eastern Palace.
Right behind him. So 11 minutes in, already have one of our crystals. We already have Dark World access, and we already know where our boots are.
Oh,
it's good.
Yeah, this is great for Hitsuyan and Brewers, and even Zelka too. Koi doesn't even know that too, but if he decides to go into the Village of Outcasts right now, he's got something ahead of him.
Looks like Koi is going to be heading over to Eastern now.
And that makes great sense. With that Silver Arrows in hand, all three of the other runners who went into Eastern Palace would be begging to get that soon.
Yeah. Now the problem here is, are our runners going to see the bottle, remember Magic Bat, and realize I can do that now? If they realize that and they find the glove, they're going to go straight to the Dark Village and get it. Village of Outcasts. If they don't do it, they're going to be stuck in the light road for a long time.
Boom Bill picked up for Koi.
And Zelga looks to be setting up the Houlihan strat here. Might be taking Zora.
And that makes a lot of sense. It's enough to cover Zora money. It's a whole 225 rupees by offsetting, by causing an error in Link's Y position. You get this room. And the hint tile in there is actually tournament winners from the actual main tournament.
Indeed. And this is a good strategy from Zelga as well, because this sets Zelga up to do a full sweep of South Shore, and then go into doing Zora. So, good heads up there. I believe there is 300 rupees on the way, though, so... As far as Zelga knows, it was a fine play, but we know there was plenty of money available.
Yeah, it's fine. Koi picking up the Quake Medallion.
And our runners are still doing the South Shore as well. Now, let's see if Zelga sees the bottle. So, alright, let's go check the Magic Bat. Nope, continuing with the standard routing that you would see from South Shore.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame it. Alright, Hitsu is done with the South Shore loop. Starting at Link's house. Looks like it's the Zelda of the escape sequence, rather.
Yeah, Hitsu going for the escape sequence, hoping that there might be something of use there. It's always nice to get over escape early in the game.
That answers your question, chat. When OHKO is turned on, just bring up a clock, we'll add 4 more minutes to the timer, and they'll be able to keep going.
Fortunately for Koi, he does pick up that clock, which will keep him out of the OHKO state for now.
Yes. And like we explained before, if you are so much as scratched in OHKO mode, you just straight up die. There's no saving you. Well, you can use a fairy, but you're pretty much guaranteed to get a game over otherwise.
Yeah,
and Brewers is making the play over to the shovel spot, getting 300 rupees there. Is Brewers going to continue westward to go check in the bottle and maybe Magic Bat? Yes, it looks like that's the case. So Brewers might be actually a little bit faster at getting to Dark World than Koi.
Yeah, and with Koi going into Eastern Palace, now this is good to grab. So it's good to get in the Eastern Palace, especially with the way Koi's setting up. The Brewers will be having to make their way into Dark World once they make that Magic Bat check. Now, Hitsion did pick up a blue clock, which is a lot of time on the clock. So
Kid only having arrows for us. And it is to check the Magic Bat. So Koi had an advantage. Still has the advantage, really. But Brewers was quick to pick up on the trail. And is now going to be rewarded with the gloves. The other two might be tripped up a little bit.
Yeah, Hitsion setting up a Death Ward to get offered into the back of Escape, as well as Dark Cross.
So we only have a shield here at the hobo. Now, Koi's routing here will let him go to Palace of Dark. That much is fairly safe. And that's actually pretty good routing. But, seeing how much time... Well, there's a sword in the Dark Cross.
Oh! Okay, then.
Alright, so Hitsion's routing paying off a little bit. Might be our first logical sword. Actually, I think it is.
That is, in fact, our first logical sword.
But yeah, like I was getting at, Koi might be going to Dark World right now doing Piles of Darkness, which is a fine enough play. Hey, it's actually pretty efficient. Boots are arguably really fast, and as we can see, Turtle Rock and Swamp Palace are our two other pendants. 5-6 is at Misery Mire. We need the flute.
Oh boy. Zelga actually heading over to the Zora area, only a heart piece on the Zora ledge. And a love lesson, which Zelga's gonna save Scum that.
Yeah, which will also give him back his time he invested. Which means Zelga no longer has the shield, so smart play on Zelga to reset and get the time back. Chess game has the boots. And those boots will actually let Brewers not only get to pod and get everything else around this area done and taken care of, but also keep in mind that the boots are essentially really potent. Watching spoiler log races like I have, pretty much most of the time, first person to go the route of the boots won the races. Because that's just how good they are.
Exactly. Koi entering pod now. The first chest is not bow locked. The second chest, rather, it's not bow locked. We'll have to see if Koi decides to go further than that.
Sion is now going to get the Magic Bat. Two runners have picked up on the trail. Zelga, ironically, is the only one who has not.
And the rest of the dungeon is not bow locked. Not like that matters with that early bow in hand.
Indeed. Zelga is going to escape. Stumpy has a heart container for us. So we don't need to find the ice rod. And we only need one medallion, and we do have one, but we don't know if it's the right one. Hint in Dark Battles is a jokin, as I like to call them. Just walk away. And that's exactly what Koi is doing.
Yep, Koi walking away like a champ. Brewer is heading into Hive Cave. We got some clocks.
I mean, that's always good. 2 clocks, a heart container, 3 clocks, 4 wow! That's a lot of time in Hive Cave!
That's a pretty Hive Cave for all things considered.
Yeah, that's a lot of time now that Brewers has. You can get a lot done in 17 minutes.
Oh, no kidding.
Now, if I recall right, and I'm not saying I do, I believe quick math on how much time is available total between the initial time and all the clocks, it's about 2.5 hours of time. So, our runners are more than likely going to finish before then, but more often than not, they're going to be in, with the timer on.
Now, in harder difficulties, there are actually some red clocks that actually decreases your time, not increase the time. So they have to be watching out for that. There's that big key over on Hitzia's side as he goes into Turtle Rock.
And we have the King of Perta in the first chest of Thieves Town, which is actually a huge find for Hitzion in this mode because, well, you can't exactly take damage in OHKO if you're invincible.
Yeah, that's a really big pickup there.
And that also comes into play because Gurna is actually a piece of the logic here that is actually relevant. There's always these little soft lock conventions, like you heard about, the laser bridge requires some form of invincibility or the mirror shield. OHKO is exactly why those restrictions are in place. Because you can't exactly walk on spikes, because you'll just die. Any damage will kill you.
Exactly, and Koi taking a death warp.
Zoga, meanwhile, picking up the sword. And yeah, if the timer hits 0, folks, for those asking, our runners will be in that one-hit knockout mode, and anything in their next bit of damage will kill them instantly, no matter how much health they have.
It's pretty much like how I describe it is like if you take a fake flipper, if you take any damage from in the fake flipper state, it's exactly like that.
We have a joke in the Thieves Town. Also, if you use a Mega Man reference, it might as well just be a force feed to the face.
A what?
Or Quick Man lasers. You know them? They instantly kill Mega Man.
Oh, the Quick Man ones. Oh, I see. It took me a while to figure out what you're talking about. I thought you were talking like I swear it sounds like a Super Metroid, but there's no way it's Super Metroid's a thing. Force beams. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's probably the most infamous gimmick in Mega Man history. Anyway, Koi's heading over to Helmazor King. Brewers is following behind closely. Haven't found anything really in this dungeon, really. It's continuing to the back of Thieves Town. I think that Sarasa's Pendant is an important item. And I'm going to pay attention here. Look at the keys that Hitzion has. So, this green pendant is technically... Oh, Zoga reset, does not have the bottle anymore.
Oh, no!
That's fine, that's 10 arrows. The most important thing is over here. But yeah, these have technically hammer lock because if you use your keys poorly, the Thieves Town small chest might be required. the big chest might be required, and that has a small key.
Yeah, like we mentioned too, Blind does not have never has a small key in his hand, so this will be an item or a dungeon item too. As that was the map, picks up the green pendant, Koi gets his first crystal.
Yeah, so basically, to explain how it would have to work, basically if you were to use the small key in the pot in the crystal switch room on the basement door, well, you'd have to open the big chest because at that point, there's no way for you to open the door in the attic, door up to the attic, to make the boss vulnerable. There's a shield for Brewer's Fan.
Koi's gonna be getting his a lot of time here.
I'm surprised Koi is not going to the Village of Outcasts. They have the boots in.
Yeah, it's curious. It's curious.
And we know those items are required. We need to get the Mire, we need to get Ice, and more importantly, we need to get to GT at the end. Alright, Tiana's gonna be checking Skull Woods. Boots down for Dasan.
Koi's opting to go for the pyramid ledge and catfish, maybe.
Alright. Oh, there's a clock here on the pyramid.
I'm gonna leave it out because he's got all the time in the world for now.
Yeah, that clock is actually in an ideal position because if they're in OHKO mode in Aga 2, they can pick up that clock real quick before the Ganon fight. Which could be helpful when you're trying to, when your Ganon fight's not exactly the cleanest. So yeah, just long-term safety right there.
You know, also we gotta watch Hitzion right now. He's running low on time. He's about 2.5 minutes left.
Yeah, taking advantage of the time right now. Gonna go fight the Moth. And this is actually a smart play because the Moth is actually one of the more dangerous fights in OHKO. So if you can get it done over the first swing here, should be pretty fine.
Brewers in the Helmets Arcane fight. Koi checking catfish. Oh, that's a flute.
That's the flute. Wow, that was actually a pretty lucky find. Now that I think about it. Because that'll let Koi turn it on.
Yeah, major pickup for Koi. He might want to go over and to get that boots now while he's here.
Now, something we haven't talked about is the hook shot. The hook shot is still out there somewhere. And that is a required item. Hitzion defeating Mothula for the map. But more importantly, one of our crystals.
Koi now activating his flute.
And with that, we have Mystery Mire access. Well, not on across our runners, rather. So now taking advantage of their time and going to fight the Moth. Hitsu does not want to wait 30 seconds to get that warp.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense too, because if you wait that long, chances are they're going to be probably taking a lot of deaths in the overworld too. It's a risk that he doesn't want to take right now.
And time is almost over. Hitsu, 14 seconds left on that clock. Meanwhile, the moth is burning on Zelgoda's side.
Now, the one thing to consider too is that time will also freeze in the state where if you're moving through a transition or going through a door. So that's something to consider as well. But Hitsu now enters OHKO mode.
That's right.
Any form.
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead.
We were both gonna say it. Any form of damage will now kill Hitsu.
Perfect chemistry.
And Koi still not going to go get the boots, interestingly enough. Gonna go up the mountain instead.
That's some green goo on top of Spectacle Rock.
Hitsu found a clock in one of the 2 items here.
Good find for Hitsu. He's safe for now, as Zelgoda's takes the Death Warp. 3 bombs inside Spectacle Rock.
And another Jokin found there. Not really helpful. That's their 3rd one. The only hint we've gotten that was useful was the boots location.
Exactly. Koi pulling the trigger on the escape play.
Well, this will give Koi a sword.
And Brewer's Fan is the first one to get the Titan's mitts.
And Brewer's Fan also got the flute, it looks like. Yep, Brewer's Fan is going to be the first one with full access to the Dark World. Hitsu now with a lot of time. Was at High when we weren't looking. Brewer's gonna make the play up the Death Mountain. Bonk Rocks have bombs. And nothing but time all the way down to Zelda Cell.
But it looks like Koi finally going to be pulling the trigger on the Village of Outcast play.
And Hitsu with the green pendant in tow, after being blind, is turning it in for a heart piece. Zelgoda's now with the gloves as well. King's Tomb was checked. Doesn't look like there was anything important there. And yeah, East Death Mountain, I just realized we still don't have access to that. We were still missing the bookshot or the mirror. given how this logic's been going, I'm kind of inclined to say that it's over in Meyer.
It makes sense, yeah. So now Koi has his boots.
Our runners have not seen the hook shot, not seen the mirror, not seen the key to Samara yet either.
Oh dear. Zilka's put the, I think Zilka went into Hype Cave, took all the stuff from there, and he's still back on 6 minutes, but looks like he might want to head back into Hype Cave.
Book and Medora found from Brewers fan. That gives us access to Desert Ledge.
And Zilka's heading back.
Yeah, Soga might have jerked a little bit there. It happens. You make some mistakes. Koi now with a cane of Burna. 50 Brewers on the Desert Ledge. And Brewers is going to take that book and going into Desert.
I like this play.
Desert is a crystal. We can full clear it now because of the book. And our mirror or hookshot might even just be in here. Let's see here. First chest in Desert is the small key, so I don't. Well, no, it could still be boots locked, but it doesn't really matter because boots were required anyway to get in here.
Exactly.
And also of note, Zoga is still swordless. There's one of our items here in Desert. It is the clock. Now, Zoga is missing the flute, but Catfish is just a short ways away. Could opt to go up there and get it.
And looks like Koi now might be heading over to that library and pick up that Tides bits. It is boots locked, not like the mayor's. Swamp Palace Big Key
And the
is
map
over
for Western Wing is Swamp on Palace. So, unless the center chest has something important, we don't go to left side Swamp. That's actually an okay hit.
Yeah, not the best, but it's not the best, but it's still good nonetheless. It's average.
Yeah, it's an okay hint to have. It's not required, but it's helpful.
Now Koi pulling the trigger on the Meyer play.
This will reward them with the Book of Medora. And Quake is required to enter Misery Mire, so we have the medallion at least for that. So it is just the Kata Samaria and the hook shot now, or the mirror. No, just the... Actually, no, it's either or. Kata Samaria and hook shot, definitely. Mirror may also be required, though, for our grow mode. For all we know, the flippers might still be required. Wait, of course, what am I saying? Of course the flippers are required.
Yeah, of
Well,
course.
logically.
Logically, yes.
But, we have faith flipper setups.
Koi entering the King's Tube. There's nothing much here, but Brewers in the bottom right corner of your screen is heading into the Lamb Molus fight.
Yeah, plenty of magic as well. As long as they're... Oh, but you're gonna go with Silvers instead. Alright, same magic. Faster and let's see. I can get behind that. No, a little early. A little early again.
Yikes.
I think that was also early, but it cooperated anyway. There we go. Got the triple on in the end. The hook shot is in Desert Palace!
Oh! Huge! And Koi's right there! He's in Desert Palace right now.
So our runners that are in Desert Palace still need 2 swords and the Cadence of Maria. We know where one of the swords are. But at this point, there's no doubt in my mind, Brewers is heading to east of that mountain. There's way too many items over there. 7 alone in the cave we like to call Paradox.
The only reason why we call that is because you enter from the bottom of the and you enter from the top from the bottom side, and you enter from the bottom side from the top side.
Yeah, it's weird. And Pet is dead. 100% dead.
Wow, already.
Because we need the flippers to get into Swamp Palace, and we need KSMR to even do anything in Turtle Rock. And also the mirror for Swamp as well. So yeah, Pet is dead.
That is an early death and that is always nice to see from the runners, knowing that you don't have to go and check that pad. Oh, the only thing we need to really consider though is when we get that mirror, maybe there's something on the tablets.
Yeah, that's about the only thing left. But with the book, Brewers can just read Ether on their way through the mountain.
And with that, yeah, that hookshot in hand and plus Hera is still required.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too much of a sense to just take the extra 15 seconds to go check the Ether tablet just to see what it is.
Yeah, he's got some time in the bank. He can go and check that now. He's got plenty of time to do it. Well, sort of. We're now entering the lab. Mola's fight in the top left corner of your screen.
Meanwhile, on the upper right, Hitzian's about to get the Talismans. Doesn't look like Hitzian has the flute though. Uh-oh.
That's gonna be nuts.
Mirror could still be required if Bombos has Cadence Maria. Or one of our other mirror locations.
But now Brewer's fan is going to do the 7-check Paradox Cave. Oh, those flippers!
At a time. So that's logical access to Ice Palace. Meanwhile, Zelga the Sun has defeated Helm's King.
Koi in a Gina Cave.
Red Boomerang. A clock. A heart container for Brewers. 3 bombs. And the ice rod. Oh no. We might be required to go to Turtle Rock to get our second sword. That is a possibility.
Oh,
right now
rough.
it's not on the table for Brewers though because they don't have the sword in Dark Cross. Clock on the floating island. Wait a minute, the sword gives them. Wait a minute, there's a sword on the Lake Hylia Island. I completely forgot.
Oh! Ooh, that mirror might be required.
I forgot about that too.
Brewer's reading Ether tablet.
Another sword on Ether! Oh, we know where 3 of them are!
Oh, that is not kind at all!
So wait, based on what we know, fairly high chance that the mirror is 100% required.
Oh, no!
Because that can only be a tempered sword or a golden sword, or for anyone who wants that sword. First in, some bombs are in Mimic Cave. Good to know. I'll have to go there. Now that we have the mirror. Spike gave me check by Hitsuyan in the meantime. So, Dark Cross, Hylia Island, and the Ether Tablet are 3 of our swords. Mirror is more than likely required at this point.
There's another clock on the floating islands, so,
You got him in the Dark Village? We already have that, thank you.
Mm-hmm, those are those boots.
Yeah, secondary boots in.
We're gonna find out that there is a sword behind that Ether tablet.
Bruce Hand making the play here. A second sword being on Ped is not the worst, and is not actually required now that I think about it, because by that point they would have the mirror, which means they get the ones in Lake Hylia, as well as Dark Cross. Anyway, here's Moldorm.
Yeah, I was gonna be using the hammer strats here. Pretty tricky if you're gonna go and head on into it.
Yeah, there's a dance with Moldorm, really.
But Brewer's fan takes him down, no problem.
Indeed. And on Moldorm is the King of Samaria!
Oh!
So Brewers is in a really strange location. This is the first time I think I've seen it. A sword go mode. 2 swords in fact, and he knows where one is, but he can't get it. Actually, he knows where 2 of them are, he can't get them.
Oh, that is insane.
But there's still all of Dark Death Mountain. Brewer's gonna quickly check Spiral Cave and then head on into the Dark World.
10 arrows inside the hammer pegs, by the way.
It's gonna do the Smith chain. We are not in no mode because we don't know where the mirror is. One of the swords is on Lake Hylia Island. We can't get there without the mirror. We can't get the one on either tower without 2 swords prior. And our 4th sword's MIA.
Meanwhile, Koi finishing off Moldorm, getting that King of Samaria. So I'm returning the blacksmith.
That's someone's question, chat. We need, at the minimum, the Master Sword, the level 2 sword. Tempered, the level 3 sword is ideal, and we know where an easy one is at Ether Tablet. Problem is, the Ether Tablet can only be opened with the Master Sword in hand.
Brewer's fan dropping down into Super Bunny Cave.
Super Bunny Cave has a heart piece and a heart container, 2 rows. The other sword is locked behind the mirror. It's on Lake Hylia Island.
Oh, Brewer's fan opening up Hookshot Cave. isn't going to be checking what Turtle Rock requires just yet.
Can't even go into Turtle Rock right now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. We still need that mirror anyway. Yeah.
Nothing major here.
Oh, there's the mirror! Oh my god! Oh, Brewers fan has a huge lead.
Yeah, Brewers is now in no mode. But here's the thing. Brewers does not know there is a sword in Dark Cross. Brewers would only have known, and I don't think Brewers did the highly into if.
Hitsion gets a cock from the purple chest. Brewers making the dive all the way into Ice Palace, though.
Yeah, folks, for us here on this end of the race, we are in no mode. We know where 3 of the swords are that we need to complete the seed. Brewers just needs to collect 2 of them. Hits. Cash in a heart container. Fire locked to Misery Mire. That just tells you immediately that Misery Mire is a go mode dungeon.
Oh boy. Koi picking up his mirror. Soga's gonna watch out though. He is in the one-hit KO mode right now.
Both Koi and Brewers don't know where their swords are. The 4th sword is still unaccounted for. It could be here in Ice Palace.
Koi is making the play into Spike Cave though. It would be led away. He doesn't know that. Didn't Koi read the pedestal though? The ether tablet? I believe he did.
Yeah, Koi knows there's a sword there.
Hitsu
gonna leave the clock there. Again, smart play. Saving that clock for Ganon.
Yeah, if he was about a second too late, he would have accidentally picked it up from what we know from our end, and that would be rough.
Second hit for an Ice House is just another one we've seen. So it's quite a hair-raising thing here.
Koi now gets the information that there is a sword on Lake Hylia Island.
Yeah. And I believe Koi does have the flippers. Yeah, Koi has the flippers. So we'll be able to pick that up a little bit later. There's the fire shield for Koi. Gonna do a reset.
Hission now has his flute.
Good on Hitsion. Start playing catch-up here. Brewers is running low on time here in Ice Palace. Go ahead and start over here in the Freezor chest. Now, there is a safety spot for Brewers during the fight, and Brewers also does have the Key to Samaria. Or wait, does Brewers have the Key to Samaria? Did they go into Thieves Town? I forget.
I believe he did. I might be mistaken though.
Wait a sec, Brewers! Brewers is only grabbing chests on the way to the boss. Brewers is sooner go-boating this dungeon. Not gonna do a full clear of Ice Palace.
I mean, it makes sense, but who knows if there's a sword in Ice Palace?
That's a fair assumption.
But Koi now has his sword from Lake Hylia. Brewers fan dropping down into the Cold Stare fight.
Okay, I'm going to engage with Brewers. Oh, there it is!
Ooh! Yeah, that's the problem.
And out of magic, can't exactly finish this dungeon. Gonna have to leave.
Now both Zelda and Brewers are in the one-hit KO state, while Hitsion, he's got some time to deal with. Koi having plenty of time.
Yeah, this is where OHKO is starting to get into it. Hitsion is unfortunately going into Mire. We know there's nothing in here for him because of a hint.
Oh no!
Well, there might be something here. There is one hint tile at the cutscene location.
And Zelda taking... Oh! Yeah, that's a one-hit KO. Koi getting some potions. Going to be restocking too.
No Bugna in sight, so can't use fairies to revive themselves. Ooh, Zelda is getting beat up quite a bit here.
Yeah. Oh, man. Zelda needs to find a clock soon.
Oh, Brewers dashed a little too fast there.
Hitsion's got a Godmire going on.
Yeah, but unfortunately hits you and does not know where the items are.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Hitsion. He still needs that Cane of Samaria off of Hera.
Yeah, Moldorm has it specifically. Zelda saved his time.
Oh, that's what he was doing. That is an excellent play from Zelda. Wow.
So that wasn't a derp, that was efficiency.
That is
Clever routing. I'll give him that one. That's really good.
That's a smart play from Zelda. Oh.
All right. Brewer's heading over to Lake Hylia to get the first sword. Oh, but that's gonna be a problem.
Oh yeah, he's still in the one-hit KO state. He's gotta be really cautious. He's gonna lure that bomb-dropping Goomba-looking thing out. Oh no!
He's fine. Iframes.
Oh, okay. Okay, dang. Oh boy. Almost forgot about the iframe. Oh boy.
You know what? Someone hasn't. I don't think any of our runners checked Waterfall Gate, did they?
I believe they went to Waterfall Ferry before.
Well, let's see what we got here. Ah, yes. Ah, the Sandcart, though.
Oh boy.
Brewers is chucking in a bottle. Fills with blue potion.
Oh, that's a great. That's one of the greats.
I was thinking Brewers wanted a fairy, though. Let's be real.
Oh yeah, of course. A fairy would be excellent in an OHKO situation. Like, is go moding.
Just walk away.
Oh,
that's a wise joke, kid, actually.
Oh, that's unfortunate for Hitsion. He was hoping to find a mirror here, but unfortunately he gets 300 rubes. Koi finishing out the Vitreous.
And Vitreous has for us the compass. We knew that it couldn't be anything really good. Alright. Brewers, where are you heading? There is more time in Zelda's place if he's been there, but I think he has. So now it's the hunt for the fourth sword here. Because I don't think Brewers is going to think to do Dark Cross. Or Koi for that matter. So this could be the moment that Zelga and Hitzion need to catch up. Hitzion's on the right track here, going to Desert Palace to get the hook. That will reward with the hook shot. Zelga needs to find the flute over at Catfish.
Yeah, but instead it looks like he's heading over to Ice Palace. So there's a heart piece on top of Checkerboard Cave. Brewer is going over into going back into Skull Woods.
Zelga now with the information. First, trying to get through Meyer. Trying to get to this middle chest.
Yeah, this will be a hard one. I don't. He never went. He never cleared Skull Woods.
Did back to front, or just went straight to the boss, rather.
Oh, okay, did. All right, that's good. I almost worried there, because if he decided to do that, then that should be a huge problem.
Actually, no, wait. Skullwoods is off on his tracker. Has not done it yet. My mistake.
Yeah, that's what I was alluding to. He's got to do this in one-hit KO mode.
Ooh. And yeah, Brewers does now have a sword. We see Zelga now in Ice Palace. And there is thankfully a clock in here, as I'm reminded by chat. Unfortunately, that clock's in the front half where Brewers has avoided. And even then, if that clock is in possibly the farthest location that it could possibly be before Brewers to make up the time here to go all the way over here with some time. Probably would have to do one or maybe, yeah, probably just would only have time for 2 attempts at the most. Dark Cross is in the escape sequence in which you normally find the small key as you do the escape in vanilla play.
Brewers has a really tough fight ahead of him as he enters one-hit KO Mothula.
Playing it very carefully. Waiting for the moth to fly down. Oh! Alright, we're seeing more of Ice Palace here from Zelga. Bombs has been discovered. I missed what the item that was in this room was.
Brewers. Okay, for a second he was considering looking at the pet, but he's letting the flute away. Makes sense.
Yeah. It could be the fourth sword for all we know.
Oh boy, that would
Brewers
be.
is going in the Hyrule Castle!
Oh boy.
But not to the back of the Dark Cross. Going to go check the uncle first.
Neither is Koi gonna be doing that as he clears Skull Woods.
Meanwhile, Hitzion's on the right track, has the hookshot in tow, has the Lambolas down. Brewers taking another death. As you see our runners, members, I'd like to shout out Etienne for helping out on tracking tonight. Giving those items up to date for you as best you can, along with my co-comp Professor Render, who's also pulling a double shift today on this Independence Day festivities.
I'm trying. I'm trying my best to juggle between commentating and tracking, and I'm pretty much failing miserably.
Yeah, we just saw the third hint there on Zelga's end. I missed what it was completely.
It has to do with I think the Blind's hideout hint that we knew that had quite a number of unique items.
Oh, so it's blindside, unique items in blindside out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bombs in the bait chest of Ice Palace.
That's the second item, I think.
Oh.
Wait, we never got the item off of Colster, did we?
I believe we have not. Because Brewers died in the fight.
So if this is a sword, we know where all 4 swords are, and thus we're in go mode.
Oh boy.
Or at least in a more concrete go mode.
Yeah.
Magic.
Yeah, Zoga's using that potion to have a kind of an easier fight against the Cold Stare here.
Yeah.
Brewer's taking another death.
So let's beat the boss. It's the third shield.
Oh boy. Not quite. But it's close.
Well, I know Zoga's not gonna go pay a visit to Hobo anytime soon.
Oh dear.
I mean, if they do, that's Mirror Shield. I think Zoga wants that.
Yeah, he would definitely want that if by even the nightmare scenario that we find that there's probably a sword in Turtle Rock.
I mean, at this point, there might as well be a sword in Turtle Rock.
Exactly.
Because we have no idea where this 4th sword is. So, as far as we know, just to keep everyone up to date here, we know a sword is in the escape signals here, but in the dark room chest. We know a sword's on Lake Hylia Island that has only just now become findable for us because of the flippers and the mirror located on Death Mountain.
It's on clearing the Moldorn fight, getting his Cane of Samaria.
And for those wondering where the third chest is, where the sword is, it is actually locked behind the Master Sword on the Ether Tablet, so that is guaranteed to be the 3rd or 4th sword. Brewers fan has gone down and found some more time as well.
Good call for Brewers to leave that chest behind.
Actually, I think Brewers just now started checking this area. And this is the moment! There we go! Brewers is getting the Dark Cross!
Oh boy, this will put him in a pretty considerable lead.
I think the first thing he does when he gets his 2nd sword is going straight to Cold Stare. Because there's actually a couple of really hard bosses to do on OHKO.
It's making their way back into Misery Mire now that he has his Cane of Samaria.
And ladies and gentlemen, with that, Brewers fan JP is now officially in go mode with the Master Sword in hand.
It's at 1 hour, 8 minutes, and like 47 seconds. That is, oh boy. Koi making the play over to the Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, Koi doing Super Bomb. Titian heading back to Vitreous. And Zoga only just now found the flute. Has a lot of catching up to do, but could still do it. Now, Brewers will most likely pick up that Tempered Sword on Ether Tablet before they enter Ganon's Tower. And the reason why I say this is because the fight with Master Sword Ganon is very annoying and wastes a lot of time. And time is a precious commodity in this mode.
No kidding. There's a heart container and 100 rupees. Oh boy.
That's not a good thing to find. So our fourth sword is still MIA.
Oh boy, if
Koi picking up the clock. I don't think that was a good play, but I think Koi is panicking about the time, which also makes sense.
yeah, it's fine. It will probably make it'll pretty much come down to a Ganon fight if all the other runners pick it up. It will all come down to who beats Ganon first. If by some chance they take so much damage and in OHKO mode. Oh boy.
And Hitzion has defeated Vitreous. Brewers, meanwhile, heading into Ice Palace. Has 4 minutes and change to get to Vitreous. I said it again. That's not Vitreous, that's Colster, me.
Yes, that is Colster. Well, Zelka has... Yeah, well, Zelka has 2 minutes and 30 seconds at least to get into Lamolus.
Yeah, so our swords are very well hidden this seed. One was in Dark Cross, easily enough to get to. One was locked behind the mirror, which was locked behind the hook shot, which is locked behind the book, which was locked behind the flute, which was at Catfish.
Yeah, this seed really wants you to earn those swords.
And their third sword is on the Ether tablet. Our fourth sword is still unknown. So, yeah. This was a sword go mode no matter which way you looked at it. Brewers fan doing spins on Cold Stare here. Plenty of time. Gonna probably beeline straight for them off.
Mirror shield on Cold Stare.
Well, that's unfortunate. Can't exactly get rid of that one. Unless we find a way to put in the GBA enemies. Add light likes to this game.
Zelka is going to be entering the Lamolus fights. He's got plenty of time to do it. Unfortunately, time will still pass as this cutscene plays. So, yeah, he enters at around 4 minutes in the bank.
Oh, so it's a quick 1, 2, 3. And immediately roared with that hookshot he's been looking for this whole time.
Oh boy, that's gonna hurt for Zelka.
Well, Zelka only just now found the flute, so has a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah.
But the race is not over yet.
Brewers has to make a mad dash over to Mothula. He's got like 1 minute and 15 seconds to do it. Boy, he's popping that blue potion.
Yeah, no one has given up in the seed yet. We haven't mentioned it yet, but in addition to our 4 runners that we're featuring here, there's a total of 11 runners in this race. And yes, JP is in go mode. Wants to kill this off relatively quickly while there's still time on the clock.
30 seconds in the clock. Koi finishes off
Cole's there.
Coaster,
Jeff's on the way as well.
He's got 7 crystals, but he still does not have that sword.
Oh no! Koi is going to play it risky here.
Oh boy.
Koi is hoping the 4th sword is in GT. Ladies and gentlemen, get your guesses in chat. And as we figure out what chest has the Get Sour Big Key, Koi's gonna make a quick business out to get some potions.
Makes sense, yeah. There's 22 locations where that could possibly be. It could be in the Dark Magician room, it could be in the Rando room, it could be in the Fire Snake room, if you're masochistic enough, it could even be in the Tower room. My guess, though, is always going to be the same. It's going to be Random room with the exact number being 11, assuming that they go left into Hope room first, then... right first into the Hope room, then left.
I'm gonna say that the big key is on Bob's torch.
Makes sense.
And the sword is in the final chest.
Oh, that's gonna hurt!
Because the sword could be any of the 27 chests in Ganon's Tower. We don't know if it's there or not.
That's gonna hurt and it'll probably put Koi in a huge lead if by some chance he pulls a miracle.
Yeah, we're about to find out. Brewers, meanwhile, is in OHKO mode and still has to do Misery Mire. We know it's a Jet Mire, though.
Yeah, and there's also a God Mire, too, so he's not... Well, he still... does he have that Cane of Burna, though? That's the question. Did he ever get that?
Not have the Cane of Burna.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. We know that. So either is required for.
That means logically Brewers is not in Go mode because with the OHKO settings, Brewers does not have a logical way to get to the big key in Misery Mire because it's locked behind the spikes.
Oh no! Oh dear. But he's gonna oh no! Oh no! Brewer is taking the hit on the pyramid en route to that clock.
Boy, meanwhile, picking up another timepiece here.
No, it does not look like an hourglass.
I was wondering if you would make that reference when I said that. That was a slip of the tongue of myself as well. Anyway, here we go. Koi is entering Ganon's Tower.
Now, Koi... Oh boy, if Koi manages to pull a miracle here and finds a sword in GT, that is going to be putting him a Go mode and a huge advantage.
Alright, starting with the Hope Room here. First chest, a small key. Second chest, 10 arrows. Mirroring to go left. So a classic route is what Koi is deciding on. Torch, my guess for the big key.
It's a small key, but it's not the big key.
Meanwhile, Pizzion has picked up the mirror, and most likely also the flippers at this point as well. Brewer's found some time, heading over to Vitreous.
Here goes 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Heart piece, small key. Another heart piece. And money.
Oh,
It's the Untamed Death. Was in OHKO mode.
Yeah. It's okay, though. It's okay. You got all the items in there. It's not a big deal. It's number 8.
It's a clock.
Oh, boy.
More time.
Great, your time has been extended.
Alright. Big Kiefer's all good this on. Fire Snake Room.
This is number 9. 10 bombs.
The 10 bomb pack. Heading now into Rando Room. Your guess is coming up. The 11th chest.
Yeah, this is 10, 11, 12, and 13.
Brewers fan on the way to Vitreous in the meantime. Pitzion takes a death in the pit!
No!
Time
Luck.
for Koi. Piece of heart. The
Single
single
arrow.
arrow. And a bottle. That's all 4 bottles accounted for. Third one's on. The last one's on top of Spectacle Rock. And yeah, that was a JP only glitch. You still have a hurt box while falling in a pit. Very painful way to die.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Brewers. Coming up on Bob's chest.
Number 14.
There's a big key.
But Koi is going to continue onward, folks. So 14 was the guess. Brewers has about a minute to fight Vitreous here. Zelga has done it.
And the one who's
Here's
hit
the
it.
4th sword here.
Bombos.
Bombos and 2 Piece of Heart.
Now, the one who hits it right on the nose is Zim Zim Bob 1. And congratulations to him.
Alright. Koi's gonna check the big key chest.
This is something you don't normally see.
It's
There's
the
a
magic
cape.
cape! That's actually really good.
Oh, that is big. But still looking for that all-important sword. Going right side.
Yeah. Koi is gonna be full clearing GT just to make absolutely sure the sword is not here. But having the cape is gonna help a lot in the Ganon fight. Going to North Tower for now. Smart. Just picking up a clock here on the mountain. Out of OHKO mode for the time being.
Brewers, however, still in OHKO mode. Probably has entered it earlier on. Oh boy.
Wait a minute. Brewers has also 7 crystals. He's in here in Ganon Tower as well, looking for that 4th sword.
Yes, this is gonna be rough. A lot of runners, pretty much everyone is entering Ganon's tower at the same time. There's a clock in the first room of the compass, a map, some bombs, and another clock.
Yeah.
Brewers
picking up the tempered sword.
Oh no! Koi has to pull. Brewers has pretty much taken the lead at this point. He will, if Koi finds a sword here, that won't be enough because Brewers has sword advantage now.
Brewers already do that sword advantage based on the knowledge.
Oh, of course, but yeah, but he's gonna yeah, that's true, and yeah.
Well, wait a minute, the OHKO.
Oh no!
Now there is time. Oh, but he died. Brewers died in the overworld.
Oh, he's gonna make the climb back up.
So as long as Brewers does not have time and keeps dying, Koi would pull a bigger lead here.
Yeah, this will be a miracle if we find a sword inside the overworld. Hitzion has entered Ganon's tower though, but still looking for that 4th sword.
Yeah, if Koi gets lucky for finding the 4th sword, you can do it. If not, checking escape would be the quickest place to search. And if Koi checks Dark Cross on a whim after finishing Ganon's tower, they'll have the Master Sword.
Yeah, that's right.
But the thing is, does Koi think to check there for a sword? And even then, is a Master Sword Ganon fight going to be enough to win the day over Brewers who has Tempered Sword?
Exactly. But the problem though is that if he keeps dying a lot, this might be a big problem, and especially these BMOs who will laser Brewers to death in the OHKO state. However, there is time inside Ganon's tower, so he might be able to pull it off just from sword advantage alone.
Zelga is also entering without the fourth sword. Wait, did Zelga not get the flippers?
I believe I might have missed it. I don't know.
I'm gonna check his menu when they go for the mirror. No, Zelga has the mirror. It's the flippers.
Okay,
But it's
cool.
on Fighter Sword.
Hey, good.
But didn't Zelga get the... Did Zelga not check like Hylia Island?
If he didn't, that's gonna be a big pain. That'll be a disaster. It could be devastating.
Oh, Zelga only just got the mirror.
Oh.
Brewers are the last one to enter her Ganon's tower. But Brewers also is the only one of our runners with the sword that can defeat Ganon.
Exactly. This, as I mentioned before, all the runners are in Ganon's tower right now.
This is just I can't even put it in words. It's insane.
Oh, Koi finishing Moldorm 2, Lambo 2.
Yeah, I do that mistake all the time. Don't worry.
Yeah. Oh boy.
This
Koi
is
entering.
insane.
Koi leaves the gauntlet.
On the Wizard Room, nice full magic pickup there.
Oh, that's big.
What's even bigger is if there is a sword in the upper four.
Yeah, this will be quite an event. Well, it will come close. We'll say that. It will come close.
Yeah, Brewers has time now, so can slowly start building it up as well. There's plenty of clocks here in GT. But there's 8 minutes of that is on the right side.
Yeah, that's the problem. Oh boy. I can't look.
Alright, moment of truth here on Koi's end. Is the fourth sword in the upper floors of Ganon's tower?
There's chest. There's the compass. Second chest. 10 arrows.
Good refill, but not what we need. Coming up to the third chest now. It's a
key.
Small key. I think that's the last one. So it's up to the final chest. Is our fourth sword here in the final chest?
Moldorm's
Ganon's
treasure.
Tower, the final chest of the game. Boulder 2 has fallen.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
The sword
It's
not
a clock!
here, it's a clock!
Oh no! Brewers might have the lead now.
Brewers might have the lead in terms of sword advantage, but time advantage he does not. He's on borrowed time.
Yeah.
But with 9 minutes on the clock, that's more than enough time. Once he finds the big key.
Koi enters Aga 2. He might have to resort to going over the Dark Cross.
If Koi even thinks to check that spot, yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. It could, for all we know, the sword could have possibly been on the pad or somewhere else.
Aga 2 has fallen as now would be the time for Koi to fight the big, but Fighter Sword doesn't do any damage to Ganon. There's no way to advance the phase.
Exactly. Even if you do spins, it's pretty much useless.
And no one has been in Turtle Rock. No one has touched Swamp. And
Oh,
there's
no.
the big key for Brewers. Gonna just mirror out and go.
With he's got 8 minutes to do it. He's gonna have 8 minutes to climb the tower, and
That's
have
plenty of
some
time.
chance.
That's plenty of time. This is over.
Yeah. Oh boy, Koi is floating away.
20 to 4. Going south. Koi goes to Dark World, he uses the portal, but that's fine. Is this a Swamp Palace play? I think it is.
Oh.
Koi is desperate for any sort of information or something to find this fourth sword.
If Brewers... It's possible that Brewers might be able to take the lead right out of Koi's hands.
I think Brewers already had the lead to begin with.
Exactly. He's got 7 minutes. He's got time to clear this. He enters the gauntlet now. With only pretty much 7 minutes on the clock.
And it doesn't take 7 minutes to climb GT, I can tell you that right now.
Exactly. The only problem, though, what happens if he goes into Ganon and he doesn't have any time in the bank? That will be a huge time sink if he takes a lot of damage. He's gonna play safe.
Our test requires a big red bomb. There's our super bomb hit. Too little, too late for Koi.
And the good thing too is that with that clock in the Moldorp treasure, he has time, so he will be fine when he goes into Aga 2 and eventually Ganon.
Another clock in the front of Swamp. Isn't there also still a clock on the pyramid for Brewers?
I believe he took. I don't know if he took it or what. I think he took it.
I don't remember. Koi has all the time, but ironically, he's also running out of time in terms of his lead. Boulder 2 is falling for both of our other people who have swords. They're about to get the bad news. Wait, there's also a clock at the top of the tower!
Yeah, that's what I'm saying! That's what I'm saying! That's what anyone points out in the chat! There's a clock! There is... He'll have time for Aga 1, Aga 2, and Ganon.
If Brewers even picks up that chest, yeah. I don't think... I mean, at this point, you do it just because it might be the gold sword, or you might need more time, in which case it is. Aga 2 now for Hitzion and Zelga-Dasan.
Now the problem is, so if Brewers decides to skip that chest too, that would be a huge issue.
Yeah, it really would be. Bombs in Swamp. We know it's on left side Swamp. It is the map and the big key, which means we don't know if the sword's in that big chest, and we're probably not going to. Aga 2 down for both our runners now. At the same time, really. But neither of them have the sword to fight Ganon.
Oh. He's picking up those chests right now, possibly looking for the gold sword. So more likely than not, he will be going for that clock. And he does.
8 minutes to finish off Ganon, easy.
Yeah, this is game.
Bugnet was in Swamp.
Oh.
Alright. Is the final sword here? No, it's a hard piece. And yeah, Koi's just gonna nope out. Zelga-Dasan, remember the sword here on the ledge. Who can fight Ganon, but it's a little too late.
Yeah, for Zelga, this is gonna be Brewers is about to end up on the Aga fight.
Time to spare, no less. Alright, folks, now we're in DP. Our last runner to finish Omega 2 is going to be the first one eligible to fight Ganon. It is now time to fight the big.
Yeah,
Zelga's racing there to meet him, but the sword advantage is there for Brewers fan, as Zelga-Dasan will have to do 12 spin attacks in the first 2 phases of the fight. Brewers can do slashes is instead for that same damage and spins in half the spins.
Exactly. He's got 7 minutes to do it. This will be just as fine. Brewers will have a huge advantage here. Oh, no.
Yeah, this is Brewers' race to lose. What a close race this has been as well. So many back and forths here in the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was quite a crazy ride. Koi was riding high in the lead, but fell short due to a sword.
Yeah, a sword that was in the escape sequence. Third phase now for Brewers fan. This is over. This is the safe spot. 4 more slashes now, and then once the darkness starts, phase 4. Keep the torches lit. Stun Ganon with the sword. Force over arrows. That's it. That's all she wrote.
It's now dropping into the Ganon fight too. I should probably update that sword count. This is pretty uncommon. 3 people are in Ganon's tower right now. Brewers does not have the position for the torch glitch. It's okay. He will be the one to clear it, though.
Oh. Come on, Brewers. Doesn't get the torch glitch.
Doesn't have it, no. And like being a rip collapse in a hat in time, Brewers fan has done it.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your GGs in chat for Brewers fan JP, who has finished first on the restream, but are they first overall in the race? Well, I can say they finished in second place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 36 minutes, 57 seconds. Coming in first place overall in our group was Matt7898 with a time of 1:32:36. So GG. Well played on Zoga-san.
Oh my lord. That was...
And I think, for the most part, this whole time thing could have been clocks. Could have been the sword, find the sword sooner rather than later. So this was not an unreasonable time that was set by our leader here. And there we go, Zoga-san! Get your GG in chat for them as well, as they have finished Ganon with a master sword fight. Wonderfully executed as well. Koi is still looking for that sword.
Yeah, this is unfortunate for Koi. Zoga wraps up the podium spot in 3rd place with an official SRL time of 1:37:49.
And Hityan will soon be joining them in the 4th spot, most likely. And I think that's it, Tawny. Let's see if our runners want an interview here. I believe they would. Not here yet. So, this scene was just a roller coaster near the end. Very exciting throughout.
Yeah, this is the beauty of Time Doko. It's a crazy ride, like the fireworks, the finale in a fireworks show.
And there we go, Hityan has defeated Ganon. Get your GG chat for them. Are they in 4th place? They're across the finish line, and no, they are actually in 5th place with a time of 1 hour, 30 minutes, 51 seconds. Salty Fry sneaking in there with a time of 1 hour, 30 minutes, 36 seconds.
For Koi, all he's still looking for is that sword.
And we are now joined by Brewers fan JP as well as Zoga-san. GG's to you. What a race this was. Zoga-san, you finding that second sword there.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. GG's.
Yeah, GG.
So, this was pretty close between you two, but it was a tempered sword versus master sword fight. Tempered sword, of course, being arguably one of the most annoying locations ever for at least one of you guys.
Yeah, I got the mirror on my way to Ganon's tower, so there was no way I was getting the sword from the ether tablet. So I figured that mirror, just grab the one from Helia Island, and then I'm good to go.
Yeah, we have no idea where that fourth sword ended up.
Hmm.
We're gonna be finding out right now. Actually,
Maybe I'm was on the pedestal this whole time.
if it was, then it would be a poetic end to a seed.
It was more time.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
So that could have been either in. It's probably Turtle Rock. It's probably Turtle Rock.
Yeah, it's mostly Turtle Rock, Koi, pretty much full cleared swamp.
Yeah, you didn't have to touch a pendant dungeon in that one, which is nice.
Yeah.
I think I hit essentially go mode minus swords like 45 minutes in.
Yeah, the swords were really the tricky part about the seed. You had one in Dark Frost, which was fairly easy to get if you just went there. And a couple of our runners did. And then there was one on Lake Hylia Island, which, if you follow the full chain, you needed the full mirror to get to it, which required the hook shot from Moldorm, which required the book from Darkmire, which required the flute from Catfish. What a horrible chain that was.
Yeah, that actually was a pretty rough one. Oh man, like I really did enjoy that. Beyond the mid-game deaths, that was a little annoying.
So, Brewers, I'm going to let you know this. You were the last of our featured four to enter Ganon's Tower. The other three runners, Zelga included, went up there with Fire Sword, hoping there was a sword there. We did not see it. There might have even... We never did see Tile Room. But that's about it.
So I was the last one in GT of the four, but I got through it first. Interesting.
No, you were the first one to actually fight Ganon because you were the only one who had a sword that could kill him.
Oh. Yeah, I kind of lucked out there when I was trying to find time so I could beat Cold Stare and Mothula. Like early on in the seed, like I remember those clocks left behind, like you really shouldn't have left those behind. But then late game it comes, like I'm so glad I left those behind because I was able to grab one to do Mire, which allowed me to do it normally, and then I was able to grab the other on the way to GT, which I didn't need as much, but still. Getting past those Lionels on the way to GT is annoying.
Yeah. And, you were not getting that cape anytime soon, I'll tell you that much. Or the Cane of Burna. Cane of Burna was actually in the first chest of Thieves Town, which was technically required, considering the OHKO nature of the seed.
Yeah, actually, that would have been required, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was 100% required, because the cape was in Ganon's Tower in the big chest. And the Bug Net were in Swamp, in the flooded room. You can thank Koi for finding all those.
Man, all the safeties and rough spots. Wow. Well, I guess Burna wasn't too bad, but still. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Burna was literally in the first chest of Thieves Town, so. And the pendant was nothing. Kind of annoying that you found the mirror shield, but eh.
Mm-hmm.
And had you gone right side, there was actually another 8 minutes of time.
Oh, interesting.
So there was quite a bit of time in Ganon's Tower this seed.
Yeah, okay. So I could have probably played a little better had I grabbed at least the clock on the floating island, but, I finished second, I'll take it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I know this was frustrating for me because getting the flute from Catfish, it was down to that or the purple chest. Those were the only things I had left. So that whole chain ended up being what led to my go mode because that was literally all I had. It was just follow the chain from that point on.
Yeah, and I believe at that point, by the time you got your flute, or flute online, I believe Brewers found the Master Sword. So you caught up quite a lot, actually.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised. Just on the nature of, since I had already done everything else, it was literally just get to the end of the game by following the next item you get. So I wasn't really going to be led astray any farther than I already was.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we saw some interesting time saves here. I want to ask you, Zolgazan, about your play with Hype Cave. Can you walk us through that one?
Sure. You see 4 clocks in Hype Cave, so I wanted to make sure I saved those for things like Ice Palace or Misery Mire. So I just hard reset it, grab the first clock so I get a little bit of time, and then save the ones in the back for when I want to go to Ice or whatever.
That was always that's a smart play, really. If you think about it. I mean, there was even a clock on the pyramids that, in case if you didn't have a clock time left for Ganon.
Yeah,
Maybe
I had
Ganon
specifically
fight.
saved that one just for the Ganon fight, but then when I get a bunch in Ganon's tower, like there was even one in the post
Final
Boldorm chest. Yeah, there was no point even bothering getting that one on the pyramid ledge.
Unfortunately, our fourth runner here, Koi, has not yet found the second sword that was in Dark Cross. That's probably one of the most annoying chests to forget. Especially because Koi was actually the first one to find the Power Gloves on Magic Bat.
Oh yeah, that was another thing, is that I almost last location the glove. And because I had done another hard reset after almost all of the South Shore, because I spent so much time doing Zora stuff, I lost my bottle. So when I went to Sick Kid with and Magic Bat, I didn't actually have a bottle for Sick Kid anymore.
And I think, if I had to guess here, based on what Koi's doing, Koi has unfortunately mismarked the tracker and does not realize that they're missing a chest in the escape sequence.
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
that one can be easy to forget if you leave it behind. Trying to think. The only other thing I could think of which would really made this seat. Did everybody check Bombo's tablet?
No one had the mirror at the time.
I mean, it's a very rare chance, but
It could have been. Yeah, are you thinking it was both tablets?
it's a possibility. I mean, one was on a tablet, so
I mean, if one of you are willing to go check for us, that'd be fine, I think. While we're waiting for Koi to check tile room.
give me a second. I can pull my game back up.
I am really curious where the sword is, because I think Bombos is the only overworld location we have not seen.
Yeah, and if anything else, if it was on the Bombos tablet, if it wasn't, then it's probably in Turtle Rock. It's the only possible thing I can think of that's left.
Yeah, we've checked everywhere else, so it had to be in Turtle Rock otherwise.
I'll give you a check right now. So,
Alright, let's go see where it is then while we see this.
oh, apparently the clock doesn't run after you finish the OHKO, after you kill Ganon.
Interesting. Meanwhile, folks, let's go ahead and read off some finishers here. And, really, there's only 2 other finishers here. We have Frostbite 30-30 in 6th place with a time of 1 hour, 44 minutes, 53 seconds. And DVB Kermit in 7th place with a time of 1:48:27. So, pretty okay times thus far. No one forfeited as far as I can tell either, so everyone's sticking through this one. Looks like it was not in the tile room. Koi's gonna go check Turtle Rock.
Oh,
We'll know
no.
one way or the other where this last sword is.
Did it come through on your end? I don't know. It did.
Coming up now.
Okay.
Oh, Koi found the Ether Ring at some point. That was required for Turtle Rock.
Yeah.
Alright. Bombos had, what was it?
Half
The Half Magic. Alright, so it was the Turtle Rock. That's still a good item to find, though.
Oh, that's still not kind.
It was really not kind, no.
Oh boy.
Well,
Well, it's when Koi's finished, he can just go up and go to be Ganon.
I think I'll go over and pick up the Tempest Sword first, but yeah. Gonna be in OHKO mode for this.
Oh,
Oh,
that's even more.
First chest had a small key in Turtle Rock. Actually, now that I think about it, we never did see what was on Argus. Koi noped out when we were doing the full clear. Another finisher just coming across. Oh, it's the finish line. Marty 7449, 150.17. So they're trickling in. It looks like there's only. Actually, there's only 3 runners left in this race, if I understand this right. All right, mushroom, which we know from the thing is not anything important.
Good use of the item dash to keep the burner all the way through and get it pretty much early do the burner.
Man, the changeouts are gonna be so aggravating here.
Oh, no kidding. Well, I guess if you guys like Overwatch, then watch Hitseon.
I think we need to kill his feet, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think I'm actually going to step away, but thanks to you guys for commentary, thanks to the trackers, and yeah, thanks for your work here today.
Yep, thank you for spending some time chatting with us about the seed.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Thanks. I should probably do the same. Just again, repeat the same things. Thanks for handling the commentary, the tracking, the restream. I've never played timed OHKO before this, and it was a fun experience. I don't know if it's something I'll regularly do, but it's kind of cool. So
The best way I can go ahead.
Just to say, it just feels like a little weird variation, but sometimes the change up is nice.
Mm-hmm.
And
To
actually,
me-
as we, sorry to cut you off here, but KE Say, ninth place at the time of 150-10, and according to chat, had no time on the clock from fighting Ganon. Did that in OHKO mode.
That is awesome for Keisei. And how I can best describe it, it's like Rift Collapse, but minus the fact that if you run out of time, you pretty much die.
Yeah. Those things are panic-inducing.
The music doesn't help either.
Well, the music's awesome, but anyway, we're
Of course,
getting off
yeah,
topic.
Yeah, anyway, Koi's going to Turtle Rock. Oh boy.
So while we're waiting here, folks, make sure to follow our 4 runners here: Koi, Hitsuyan, Zelga, and Bruce, and JP. They put on an excellent race for us today. And of course, make sure to follow Speed Gaming 2 through 6 so you don't miss any racing action, not just a link to the past randomizer. There's a lot of good stuff in the schedule here. And speaking of,
I'm gonna make an announcement really quick.
Go ahead.
So starting on from tomorrow and going all the way over to Sunday, this whole weekend, we are going to be doing the Metroid Marathon. It'll cover all of the Metroids, all the races, pretty much a bunch of runs, from all walks of life in the Metroid series. So you want to check that out. So yes.
And meanwhile, on the link to the past randomizer schedule here, we have an open race for you tomorrow at 2 p.m. At 9 p.m., we will have a standard race. And of course, we have the open weekly at Sunday. So stay tuned for those. All right, Laser Bridge. So if it's not here on Laser Bridge, then it's on a boss. There it is. There's our fourth and final sword. All the way on Laser Bridge.
Oh, that is unkind.
Well, at least it wasn't on Trinex or Argus.
Koi taking the OHKO, but has a fairy, which is really nice to have.
Alright, so Koi is now moving the sword. There's only 2 more racers in the race here. Koi being one of them. But can at least get the Tempered Sword.
Yeah, which is good for him. Only problem though is he's gonna be doing it on an OHKO. The good news. Oh no.
Yeah, gonna have to be doing the fight in OHKO mode here. Gonna be a hard time, but at least we have the sword.
Yes, and he does have the opportunity to pick out the fairy that's underneath the tree in the Dark World right outside the pyramid.
Does also have the red mail that we noticed, so looks like there was only time on the other bosses, I would say.
I believe so.
Because Koi has everything. And Koi's even gonna go here to get some more fairies to make sure they don't die. Smart.
Makes a lot of sense. He's got 3 potions. He's got 3 fairies. He's got essentially 3 lives to do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink the potion first. Catching all 3 fairies. Red mail will not help in OHKO, but it's nice to have. Alright. Let's go see what Koi is gonna do here. Oh, Koi takes a death on the way, losing one of the fairies.
That's unfortunate for Koi.
But it's fine, there's another fairy here if he doesn't get hit. That was really close.
Oh boy. Yeah, good call for taking that safety fairy.
Yeah. Koi wants to have as many fairies as possible for this. Alright, it's time to fight the pig finally. Now, it's very likely that Koi does not get hit during this phase. But wants to play it super safe, and I don't blame them whatsoever.
No, not at all. Up in that cape right now.
Hugging the wall just to make sure he doesn't get hit. Alright, plenty of magic. Can even spam the lamp to make sure they get the
Torch glitch.
yeah, the torch glitch. Alright, last hit. Now on to the darkness technique. Immediate fire bat!
Gets a torch glitch.
Misses this hit though. Ooh. Alright, 2 hits here. Ganon goes up.
Oh!
Walks into Ganon, but has a fairy.
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. He'll be able to clear this.
Going to relight the torch.
Looks like he's doing NMG strats to finish it all off.
And Koi, get it in the chat for Koi, who has finished this race last on the restream. But I will give him credit for tenacity here, as they finished in 10th place with a time of 2 hours and 45 seconds. We'll see if they want to talk here.
Oh, just missing out on sub 2, but that is... Oh, man.
Well played indeed. Alright, we're just waiting for Koi here to come and join us. And there's Koi. GG's to you. So, would you like to know where the 4th sword was? Because you actually found the final sword that we were missing.
Kermit came to my chat and helped me figure it out. So apparently I'm stupid.
Yeah.
Dark Cross.
Dark Cross.
I'm not sure exactly when I killed Agatu, but like looking at when Matt finished first overall, I think if I hadn't skipped that one tiny little location, I had a pretty good chance of getting first place.
Oh yeah.
And instead
especially considering that the Temper Sword was right next to GT, if you think about it that way.
And then for the last sword to be locked behind Tile Room and GT in Turtle Rock, that was just I wanted to put on a show for you guys. Yeah, Ether was Tile Room and GT, and the sword was on Laser Bridge.
Wow, that's gay. I didn't even see that.
That's cool.
I'm pretty sure I full cleared the game.
Seed.
The only place I apparently never checked was Dark Cross.
Yeah, there was nothing in Dark Cross. You also never checked the bosses of Argus and Trinex for good reason, really.
Well, Argus didn't have an item. I know for sure.
Right. He would have the compass.
Yeah,
it was a 50-50 shot because...
Well, after Waterfall Chest, I didn't have map, compass, or big key, and I knew the big key was left side swamp, along with an item. So map and compass had to be big chest and the boss.
Wait a minute, hang on. We had a hit. Left side swamp was map and big key.
Oh, map and big... Oh, then there was an item left. I just misread it then. I thought it said, like, cash and big key.
Yeah, I made notes, so... Overall, kind of a rough seed for you. So, another question I want to ask is...
Not really. I mean, like, honestly, I feel like I played really, really well. It just didn't find a sword, that's all.
Well, there's one thing I was curious about. You got the hit in Eastern, right?
I mean, I assume so. What did it say?
Boots in Dark Village. Just straight up.
Yeah, I put off going to get the boots. That's true.
That was honestly an interesting choice, considering the boots save a lot of time in a randomizer seed.
Well, it's not nearly as much time as you might think, but it does save time, yes. But especially without a sword, like, you can't dash everywhere, right? So, and I knew the boots led to the mitts, and the mitts didn't lead to anywhere that I really wanted to go. So I felt like if I went to go get the boots, I was probably going to be dipping Pendant Thieves and going to Skullwoods without a sword, and I didn't want to do those things. So I figured Pod was the play. And Pod was not the play. Catfish was, though.
Well, at the time, getting the boots immediately would have told you to go get the Titan's boots, which would have led you actually to Mire when you had the swamp. Or when
Yeah.
you had the flute.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have had the flute if I had just beelined for the boots. See what I'm saying?
So you were...
So like if I had beelined for the boots, like as soon as I got Dark World access, right, and then I go get the mitts. Okay, what can I do with these mitts? Mirrorless Mist, King's Tomb. Okay, well this sucks, you know. So I wanted to do something else, and we got the flute, and Mire Shed was a significantly better check. So after that, I felt more comfortable going to get the boots and the mitts. I mean, like, I would have skipped Thief's Town entirely, right? Like, if I had just found a sword on the way somewhere. Like, if there was a sword anywhere in GT.
Yeah, which unfortunately there was not. Three
Yeah.
of you were not the only one to think, I'm just going to go to GT with Fighter Sword. The only one who didn't was Brewer's Fan. Who went in there with Tempered. So, yeah, GGG Koi put on an excellent race for us today. I got another more to ask you. What do you think of the seed, though, besides the swords?
I mean, it was a really nice seed. You just had to not forget to do that one chest. That's all.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's
So, yeah,
all that had to happen.
Once again, folks, make sure to follow Koi, Zelgadasan, Brewers Fan JP, and Hinsion, our 4 runners here. And also Speed Gaming, Speed Gamers 226 to keep track of all the races. Also, make sure to give our tracker Etium a follow, as well as the second tracker and my co-com, Professor Render, a follow as well.
Oh man, that was an exciting scene, and I'm glad that I joined for this timed OHKO.
I agree.
I should probably do more of this, actually.
Well, that said, and all said and done, folks, we're going to wrap things up here. So, from all of us here at Link to Best Randomizer, I have been Wolfling000, and we shall see you all next time. And thank you for watching. Have a good night, everyone.
Happy 4th of July, everybody.